How's it going? Wooden Spoon Supercoach here. Source of probably the worst Supercoach advice on the internet, but in saying that, I did pretty well last year, hanging around 200th ish for most of the year before crashing and burning at the end. Lesson learned save trades early. That's the plan this year. Anyway, team pick is out. Let's do it. Flex position. Everyone is going to be putting in Iongi, and for good reason. It's the right choice. The only other thing you can do is put him in your second fullback if you want to be able to C and BC two gun fullbacks. Just you could argue that you could use a halfback or 5'8 cheapie, but fullbacks are just the way to go. I'm not going to go into it much more. Pick Iongi as your flex. It's the right thing to do. Speaking of gun fullbacks, Turbo. No questions asked. Get him in. You can probably see the jersey I'm wearing. Sure, that makes me biased, but when he's fit, he's the best player in the world, and he's fit. Touch wood. Touch the fuck out of that wood. Next guy. I'm a little bit reluctant with Ponga because I don't really know if the Knights are going to do much this year. But what they do, Kalen Ponga will be all around it. So even if they are shit, at least Ponga will score some points and he kicks goals, which is nice. Unless they've signed someone that would take over that, but I don't know. Centers. I have gone hard on the centers because it's just fun. There's nothing better than watching the ball get spread out to the wing. You're like, yes, there's my guy, let's go. First one, I didn't have it all last year, and I reckon that was one of the big downfalls of my year. Kuraz, I missed the boat. He got too expensive. It hurt so much to watch him kill it week after week after week. So I don't want that to happen again. I'm putting him in. Next guy, Toto. I just want a piece of that Penrith. Like, is he the best winger in the comp? I can't think of a better one. Enough said. And he's actually not too badly priced. Cheaper than Kiraz, which is wild. But justified. I think I would want Kiraz over Toto. Next. This one's a bit of a pod. I don't know how owned he will be. Because of Garrick. What is the price between Lehigh and Garrick? It's about 100k. So I think Lehigh on the wing at Manly. I think Manly are going to kill it this year. I think he's going to score a shitload of tries. He's just an athlete too. Like, his defense is good. Not that that really translates to Supercoach, but hopefully he doesn't miss tackles. And he's fast. If touch wood Turbo goes down, he will go to fullback, and then everyone will buy him. So it'd be nice just to have it already. But if Turbo inevitably goes to Origin, then he'll go to fullback as well. I just like it. And I do want to get Garrick in as well, but I've already spent a lot of money. If I can dig up another 100k, maybe I'll upgrade him to Garrick, because if Manly are doing really well, Garrick's going to be slotting all those conversions, and I think I'm talking myself into picking him. I can't lie. We'll come back to that. We go cheaper now. Much cheaper. And we need to, because there's a lot of positions left. Montoya. I'm hoping there's some more cheapies that come out, because I don't really want both Bulldogs wingers. Although that would make the Bulldogs really fun to watch. They spread it to a wing. That's super coach points for me. I'm not super stoked about it, but he's there for now. This team definitely isn't going to stay the same as it will be in round one. Cheapies. The centre wing cheapies are actually not bad, if you can call them cheapies. They're like higher end cheapies. Munro, highly touted. If he gets a start at the Bunnies, hopefully Wayne can dig them out of that gigantic hole they're in. And if he's on the wing, he'll be on the good end of that. Jack Bird, he's just one of the only options left. Hopefully he gets some decent minutes. He will have to score. I don't really know how the scoring and the pricing works, but generally you just take the last four digits off. He'll have to score 38. If he's, doing small minutes on an edge or something, he could. I don't love it, but we've got positions to fill. So next one, if he gets a start, I love this. Jesse Arthurs. I think the Broncos. If the Broncos don't do better this year, then that is alarming. I don't actually have that many Broncos in my team. That's something I might have to think about. Anyway, 5'8". Similarly to Munro, Walker. If Walker and Trell click, it's points. And I don't want to miss out on it. And the other options, we've got Munster, yeah, but early buy, Origin. Campbell, too expensive. Tamari Martin, not for that price. Dylan Brown, yeah. I don't hate it. It is very expensive, though. Burton I like, but too expensive. Galvin I don't like with Luai coming to the club. I think Luai might steal a bunch of his points. Ben Hunt, too expensive. It's just a bit of a gross position, 5'8". And with that in mind, another one that I'm not super stoked on. He was really good for me last year, Metcalf. I remember him scoring a few 90s, a few 60s. He'll make a lot of cash if he keeps that up. Hopefully he doesn't snap a leg this year. He did have SJ next to him. It's a double-edged sword. SJ leaving could mean he regresses. SJ leaving could mean he steps up and performs more. We'll have to wait and see on that one. I've got Ches in at halfback, and I like it for the price. $6.50 for Cherry Evans is really good. I think he wants a comp before he retires. Well, obviously he wants a comp before he retires. What fucking footy player doesn't? But I just got a feeling about Manly this year. I really do. And Ches is durable. He's good. He's got field goals in him. He's got 40-20s in him. He's just a fucking beast. Please don't retire, mate. I love you. Next. Dodd. Again, it's just a cheapie that may be playing 80 minutes. You want all of them if you can find them. And if you can be confident that they will play 80 minutes. I did have Plath up at hooker, but it's just a bit boring. He was amazing last year, but he is now priced at how good he was last year. So he's kind of like Yo in that his points are pretty consistent. He does have a head knock in him, though. So that's kind of talking me out of it. But with the chat of wanting to free up money to get Garrick, I'm just going to get rid of him. And I did initially go really light on the second row forwards, because that seems to be, at least last year, where a lot of the trading was happening early. But in saying that, I want Olakawatu. Get him in. He's just a terrifying beast, and no one can tackle him, and he scores tries. Moving on. The rest of my second row forward is very cheap. We got White. You've probably heard every single other Supercoach content creator say, Roosters have a bunch of people leaving, players need to come in, fill those minutes, blah, blah, blah. White seems to be the guy touted to do that. Same with this guy. I can't even remember where I heard this. Matty Nicholson. With who leaving? Don't remember. Oh, it was... What's his name? I was about to say the English guy, but that doesn't really narrow it down that much at Canberra. Why can't I think of his name? Elliot Whitehead. My God. He might be coming in to replace Whitehead. If he does, another cheap guy who might play 80 minutes. Even if he doesn't play 80 minutes, still a good buy. I hate this one. I hate it. Where am I? There. Schuster. If he plays, he can play to his value. It's just whether he plays. And again, everyone's talking about Wayne brings the best out of people who don't have the attitude or the motivation. I want Schuster to do well, even though as a Manly fan, that would fucking sting watching him absolutely kill it when we need a halves replacement in the coming years. Yeah. Double-edged sword, that one too. This guy... Oh, I forgot someone. Another Raider. Big Red. Get in. That's better. Apparently, him and Ricky have kissed and made up. So, it's a repeat of when he was a really good cheapie the other year. And he ended up being a keeper for me that year. 2 years ago, I think. I think he can do it again. He plays with his heart on his sleeve. Super passionate. Gets his work done. I love it. And he's got that jewel, which is nice. And so does White, which is also nice. This dude apparently is getting a bench spot. Tyrone Thompson. I don't really have anything to say about him. I just heard someone say it. And he's cheap. So get him in. I've gone hard on the forwards as well because I don't want to touch them. And that's what we're doing. Haas and Terrell May. Haas I will have to cover for Origin. I won't sell him. Apparently, there was a yarn about the Broncos had a fitness camp or some shit where they had to run up a mountain, and Payne Haas won. Which, as a forward, is terrifying. We all know how good Haas is. Terrell May, had him last year. Whenever he played any more than 50 minutes, it was almost a guaranteed ton. Whether the Tigers will be able to put him in the same position to score those points, I don't know. But I think everyone's going to pick him, so at least it's a problem that will be a problem for everybody. I do like Tarpany as well. I would like to get him in, but we're kind of heavy on Raiders already. Bench. Royce the Choice. He's just cheap, and he's got experience. I like it. It's what the Tigers need. This guy, again, not really much to say, other than he's got a good name. Cody Hopwood, Chopwood. Yeah, bottom dollar, might get a start or a bench, who knows. Hooker, I absolutely hate. Last year, Hooker fucked me big time. I brought in, what's his name, that little weedy, annoying cunt, Reed Marnie. Oh my god, I brought him in the week before it was announced that he was carrying an injury, playing reduced minutes, not tackling anyone, which is where all his points were coming from. He was sitting around 60 points, give or take 5 points, for the entire year, and then I bring him in just to have a consistent hooker, and then he fucking goes and hurts himself, and that was so painful. Firmly in the never again basket, because I hate him, just like the rest of the league does. He's like a little chihuahua. This guy, so I don't think people aren't talking about Croker enough. He will, if he's fit, which he seems to be, after a big stint on the sideline, if he plays 80 minutes, he might be the cheapie of the year. Is that crazy to say? Behind Iongi. All right. And behind Dodd. Okay, maybe I'm trying to blow smoke up the arse of a Manly player a little too much. I don't have enough money to put in a bench. That's not good. So we're going to have to downgrade someone. So much for getting Garrick in. I'm tempted to just nuff the second hooker. I can't lie. Oh, kidding. We'll get Sandon in. Or remove Dodd, put Sandon in. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So Sandon will be up here. I'll find a better cheapie that frees up the, 20k I need for that? 237. So about 50k. Do I have any Storm players? I don't. We're getting rid of Ponga, and we're putting in... Fuck, he's far down. Pap. 600k for Pap is ridiculous. And everyone's like, oh, what if he gets injured? If you watch the injuries that happen, his leg is like caught somewhere, it falls, it's gonna snap. It's not like he's injury prone, he's unlucky. And I think I prefer him over Ponga, to be honest. That could age poorly, but anyway, now we got the money to get what's his face in. Oh, I forgot about Marmazellis. We'll go Sandon. Shit. Do we trust Dodd? Do we want both? Dodd's gone. Dodd's gone. Sandon's in. And Marmazellis is in. I don't know how to spell that. There we go. Which leaves us, oh my god, which leaves us with that 100k to get Garrick in. Love it. Where is he? Bang. And then that leaves us with another 50k to play with. I'm pretty happy with that. So that's the team. I will make another video updating after trials, before trials, once the teams list for trials drop. I don't know. But yeah, I'm keen for a good year. Didn't even touch on Vegas. I think Vegas players are a good shout after last year's high scoring. Anyway, that'll do for this video. Next one will be, I have a graph, big planner for the whole year, when I want to bring people in, when I want to take them out, buy schedules, what teams to target during Origin, before Origin, after Origin, all that shit, which hopefully can help the very few people that are probably going to watch this. But yeah, that's my team. Healthy hammies. We're still healthy hammies. You know, I rate it. I think Turbo's going to kill it this year. We're going to keep it at healthy hammies. That'll do. See you next time. Uru.